Good afternoon, Colorado. Welcome to a Monday edition of What's for Lunch. I'm your host, Larry Hers. Today in studio, I have my buddy Jason Ganal from GQ Barbecue. Hey, Jay.
Hey, Larry. How's it going? Long time no see, huh?
Yeah, we played racquetball together yesterday, and the guest that was supposed to come on today had some sick employees, so Jason's pinch hitting. Even though I had his food Saturday night, Sunday for lunch, Sunday for dinner, I'm having it again today because you can never have enough barbecue. Give us a quick rundown of the history of GQ Barbecue.
That's the truth. We opened up our first store 4.5 years ago up in Westminster, Colorado. About a year and a half ago, we opened up another one down south in Lone Tree, Colorado, right over here by Park Meadows Mall. And then this past fall, we opened up a kiosk at Empire Field at Mile High Stadium.
Where exactly is the one in Westminster and the one in Lone Tree?
Westminster is at 120th and Sheridan. That is the technical address. However, we get a call every single day. People go to 120th and Sheridan and they can't find us. I will venture to guess, if you're there at lunchtime, all you got to do is roll down your window, stick your head out the window, and you will smell it, and you can come right over and find us. It's technically at 118th and Sheridan.
Okay, and the Lone Tree one's even harder.
The Lone Tree one, you're right. You almost need a map and a cheat code to figure out where that one is. But the Lone Tree one is back by, if you know where Perry's Steakhouse is, it's on the back end of Perry's Steakhouse, in between the mall and Perry's, right by Our House Furniture, in between Our House and Perry's.
And tell us about GQ Barbecue. What's the style of barbecue there? Is it you're a St. Louis boy? Is it St. Louis barbecue?
That's an interesting question, because I ask anybody watching right now, what is St. Louis style barbecue? Other than like a certain cut of ribs, St. Louis kind of gets a stepbrother kind of history. It's a triangle between Memphis and Kansas City. So there really isn't. When I think of St. Louis barbecue, I think of putting a lot of sauce on barbecue.
Well, that's not what you do.
Per capita, St. Louisians consume more sauce than any other city in the United States.
Did not know that.
My background is competition, so we try to cook the same type of barbecue that I cooked doing barbecue competitions all over the country. I was a barbecue judge for a couple of years, and I started competing. And I competed for about 5 years cooking in contests all over the United States. So in our restaurants, we try to cook what I call as competition-style barbecue.
Now, you brought us a ton of food today. Let's run through that, and then we'll talk about the deals that you got running.
I'll try to do this really, really quick. So I'll start out. We also opened up an ice cream shop right next to our Park Meadows location. This is all homemade. We get all of our dairy from up at Longmont. It's absolutely delicious. This is my wife's favorite. This is banana pudding. And then I've got 4 kids, and one of my kids, this is their favorite. This is the root beer float ice cream. But we make up all kinds of new ice creams all the time in there. These are our...
Wait.
Yep.
And don't forget to talk about your star employee.
Larry's daughter just got Employee of the Month last month, the month before, the month before, and the month before.
She's scooping the ice cream there. Go visit my daughter at Ice Cream Farm.
These are our St. Louis cut ribs. You'll hear baby back, or you hear St. Louis cut spare ribs. We cook the St. Louis cut spare ribs. We dunk them in what's called our championship glaze. It's got a little bit of brown sugar to it to give it a little bit of sweetness that I think complements the heat from the hottish barbecue sauce really well. I always like to let people try the rib using the hottish barbecue sauce on there.
And it does not need any sauce.
Correct. I don't think if done right, it doesn't need any sauce at all.
Okay.
This is my favorite sandwich on the entire menu. Larry, I think, is also taking a liking to it too. This is the Meltdown. We smoke USDA prime beef. About 3 to 4% of all cattle in America get a prime rating. It's based on the fat content or marbling of the cow. It's the same quality of beef when you go into fancy steakhouses like Perry's, Garden Gray's, places like that. They serve the best meat you can possibly get, and that's what we serve in our restaurants too. So it's the prime beef. We got some beer battered onion rings on top of that, and then a cheese sauce. It's absolutely delicious. It's like a cheeseburger on steroids. So good. Dill pickle. Then our house chips, just a potato chip with a little bit of the house rub on there. This is my go-to meal right here. This is what I eat. Well, this is what I used to eat 3 times a week. It's absolutely delicious. This is the Sasquatch. That sandwich in and of itself is probably a meal. We got our smoked sausage, 50% beef, 50% pork, a little bit of jalapeno, a little bit of cheddar, and then again that USDA prime beef brisket on there, and then an apple slaw. The apple slaw has a sweet vinegar-based dressing on there. There's no mayonnaise on there. It's very light. It's very refreshing. The tart Granny Smith apples really contrast nicely with that sweet dressing that's on there. And then every single week we have an off-menu item that we run as a special. This week it's a fish taco. I haven't tried this yet. I will be trying it later on today. In fact, I'm probably going to have that one right
You can
there.
have that one. We won't fight you.
It's tilapia, batter dipped and deep fried. It's got a pineapple slaw on it. It's got a homemade guacamole, some jalapenos, and then pickled red onion on there. It looks wonderful. I haven't had that yet. And then two just staples that we sell in the restaurant a lot are our pit smoked beans. These cook for about 4 hours. They got some pulled pork in there. We also cook those underneath our ribs, so they catch all the pork fat as they cook, and that adds some really nice depth. And everybody knows that the fat creates a lot of flavor too, so you get a lot of really good flavor down in those beans, and that good smoky flavor. When you eat those beans, you're going to taste that they've been on a pit for 4 to 5 hours also. And then some garlic mashed potatoes, red potatoes. They got some good texture to them. You can feel some lumpiness in there, which is really important to me that I like. And then a homemade country white gravy. And of course, our 2 house sauces. The topper, it's a sweet savory barbecue sauce. And the hottish, it's the exact same sauce as the topper. It's just got a little bit of heat to it. And we call it hottish because you get a lot of chili heads, a lot of people that like spice in there, and they're always let down by the amount of heat that's in there. So that's why we call it hottish.
What's great about having Jason on is I don't have to say anything. You just put him in front of a camera
so fast.
and just let him go.
You've
got some great deals on your website. Tell the folks at home what kind of deals you're doing in your loyalty program.
Yeah, thank you. So if you go to our website right now, anybody can go to the bottom of the homepage and enter in your email address, and we'll send you a coupon for a free pulled pork sandwich or a free Carolina sandwich. And then also, we just launched our loyalty program. So when you come into the restaurant, when you're checking out, one of our cashiers will ask you, or I think it will even ask you on the display screen, if you'd like to sign up for our rewards program. For every 100, well, it's 5% back. So everything you spend, you're going to get 5% back on that. And then also, in addition to that, they're also going to ask you the opportunity to enter in your birth date. I recommend entering your birth date because we're going to send you a $15 voucher on your birth date that's good for the entire month of your birthday month.
$15, no minimum purchase?
Nothing at all. It
No
does
catch.
cost you about 2 seconds of your time to enter in your birth date. That's the only catch.
Okay. You know, my birthday was last week. And
We'll figure out a way to get you on that.
although I did enter community code Saturday night
Yes,
for my
that's another
takeout
one.
order.
That's another one. But wait, there's more. Online right now, any online orders, enter in the promo code COMMUNITY, COMMUNITY, and you can get 15% off your entire online order. Now, I will say one caveat. We do get a couple smart alecks that like to try to put their catering orders through on there, and that's only good for any orders under $200. We'll apply that 15% community code.
Okay, and what is your website address?
Website is www.gqbbq.com, GQUEBBQ.com.
What else do we need to talk about?
What
Talk
are
about
what
that
are
you
gonna
beat
eat?
me?
I'm gonna
Did
go
you
after
beat
that
me yesterday?
meltdown.
Should we talk about that?
Yeah, I did, and I'm paying the price today too. I've got some racquetball elbow going on today.
Racquetball
Which,
elbow.
if anybody knows anything about this, pop me a message down below. So I've never had this before, and it is. I iced it last night, and I iced it this morning, and it's scaring me a little bit.
Bottom line is he's just old. He sends me a text. Your elbow ever hurt after playing racquetball? No. 'Cause I'm not.
It's
I'm
not good.
Old.
It's not good. Maybe I'll just stick to barbecue. I'll just stick to smoking barbecue.
Going for ribs
Going
now
for
for
the
my
ribs.
third straight day.
Going for the meltdown. Love this thing.
Jay, thank you so much for coming
thanks
in.
for having me. Cheers.
Cheers. We'll see you tomorrow for another episode of What's for Lunch? Let's eat. Which just never gets old.